Thank you.
Okay. Join together with me in recognizing that in and through all of life is one cause, one spirit that knows and is creative, is the creative power that gives all life. Everything that is and ever will be, forever unfolding, free flowing through the perfect pattern of God, always revealing itself in this divine presence. It has no end, it has no beginning. It's the Alpha, it's the Omega. It is always for the advancement of life forward and upward. And so it is that I must be one with this God. My life is a channel for this divine goodness. I am at home in it, as it, and all life. I am one with this creative power. I am one with this creative power. It is made manifest in and through me. God moves and lives and has his being as everyone here. With this understanding, I speak my word that the good that is ever present finds expression in me and in all life. I say yes to a greater expression of love, of understanding, of health, of joy, of happiness, as is my divine birthright. I see, I feel, and I appreciate the natural beauty of all people, all things, all situations, knowing that harmony and wholeness flows unobstructed through and as all. We release and let go of anything that is not serving us, and we relax into this loving embrace that is God. I give thanks and celebrate this knowledge of truth. I let go, knowing it as done in the mind of God. I let go and let it be. And so it is.
And so it is.
So it is. Beautiful.
Wow, way to go, Kareth. Clear.
That is our beautiful Kareth, who is in Practitioner 1 classes. Shine it. Shine it, girl.
Fantastic. Let's sing. And as we sing, I want us to look at the color of the slides and how the universe has conspired that they match Kareth's outfit this morning. I'm just saying. I'm just saying. We are one people, one strong heartbeat, just one spirit shining bright within us all. We are part of one another, born to love each other. When it's all said and done, we are one. Go, Reverend Gwen, go.
We are one people, one strong heartbeat, just one spirit shining bright within us all. We are part of one another, born to love each other. When it's all said and done, we are one.
Key change. We are one people, one strong heartbeat, just one spirit shining bright within us all. We are part of one another, born to love each other. When it's all said and done, we are one. When it's all said and done, we are one. Woo! I'm just saying, those notes are not easy to hit this early in the morning. So forgive me in advance.
No more key change. No more key change.
Yeah, what am I thinking? Key change.
It was a moment. It was a moment.
I get in it. All right, let's get started. Let's get started, shall we? When loving gets hard, love harder. You have heard this word used in many ways. You've used it in many situations. It was just Valentine's Day last week, so you heard it used a lot. Love. Oh, the mystery, the not so mystery word. It's a powerful word. I love you. It's a hurtful word. I don't love you anymore. It's a word that can be inserted in any phrase instead of the intended word, and still its definition is understood. Go love yourself. Ha, go to love. Love you. Love you. I love this. I'm so in love. Love. It makes the world go round. Ha. By the time we finish figuring it all out, love with ourselves and with each other, we'll come to this realization that all roads lead to love. You thought it was Rome. All roads lead to love, really. Martin Luther King said, love is the only force capable of transforming an enemy into a friend. Love, it's life-changing, friends. So today's talk, when loving gets hard, love harder. How many of us have ever been in a relationship, romantic, familial, professional, spiritual, any of those relationships, and you thought, this relationship's hard. And in addition to those relationships, what about your personal relationship with yourself and God? Have you ever thought, oh, this is tough. How'd I get here? My mom used to say to me, Barbara, when loving gets hard, love harder. And it took me a minute to understand exactly what she was saying. In my life, there are times where I have thought, life is great. I'm in the flow, I'm moving and grooving, I'm in the great gift of life. And other times, honestly, I have found myself barely able to get out of bed because of the sadness, the sorrow, the worry, the fear, the lack that I was living. Can you relate? Yeah, that's the part where, and this is the time when I need to love harder. So love what? The sorrow, the sadness, the fear? Yes, absolutely. Why? Because it's part of me. And when I love myself, every part of myself, the good and the bad, even when it's tough, I'm embracing all of me, the fullness of spirit. Because if I believe, and I do, that I am one with God, and because I believe, and I do, there is a power in the universe that is very strong, very powerful. I can use it. It's mine to use this power. It makes loving the tough stuff easier. Here's the thing. When I'm in the flow, I don't question how long or how or why I got there, because things feel good and I'm moving right along. You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. But sometimes there's an underlying belief that throws me back into the chaos and the challenge of just simply loving. The hard part might be to stay in the flow of love. Some things that have kept me from not loving fully and completely have sounded like this in my life, and maybe you can relate. I'm not smart enough. I'm not attractive enough. I'm not good enough. I'm too lazy. I'm too tired. I don't have time. Can you relate? Yeah. Helping overcome my feelings of worthlessness at times have been particularly challenging, especially when these painful core beliefs are deeply rooted in me. When I reduce my feelings of never good enough is when I'm not allowing myself completely and fully to embrace the fullness of life. And that's when I have to love harder. You know what I mean? Love. It's a nice enough word. Love, amor, amore, aloha. Let me see if I can get this right. Let me see if I can remember it. Upendo. Is that right? Is that love in Swahili? Upendo. Okay. I'm working it. I'm trying to work it. It's such a beautiful word, and it can demonstrate a world of wonder. Every single day, it reminds us of its beauty. Love touches us. Love teaches us, and love astounds us. So if you're overwhelmed by where to start, I want to tell you how I did it. I chose to start with myself. Self-love. Be gentle with yourself is the very first thing. Gentle, gentle. And my beautiful colleague, Reverend Gwen, always reminds us, gentle, 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 gentle. I have personal rules of love. My beliefs, your beliefs alone don't make us a better person. It's when we add our beliefs to our behavior. What? It's when we add our beliefs to our behavior, then we're going to see a difference. And as I said earlier, by the time we finish fighting with ourselves or with each other, we'll come to the realization that all roads lead to love. When it seems impossible to love yourself, love harder. When it seems impossible to love your family, your friends, all of humanity, love harder. When it becomes hard to love the divine, the one, because you don't feel like you're getting what you need or what you want, love harder. And then love life itself. And it's sometimes tough. I'm not gonna play. Love harder. Now, what's required? Here comes the challenge, or not. Prove me wrong. What's required is that we need to drop our ego. And the ego contains our ideas of what we think life is supposed to be, or how or when things are supposed to happen. So sometimes when love relationships aren't working the way we want, we think, we feel, it feels as though something's been taken away from you, like you're being I'll use the word punished or thrown out like trash. You don't matter. Then you think, oh my God, that wasn't part of my plan. That wasn't part of what I wanted. That wasn't part of my manifestation. But as you continue to walk on this experience of love, even when it hurts, and you may encounter dark, lonely, difficult times, and you look behind you and you think, that's not what I want. And that's where I've been. And you look in front of you and it's hard to see anything. It's hard to see anything because you can't see past the fog. My teacher, Ken Gordon, used to say the matote of life, the fog of life. But if you keep on walking, if you keep on moving forward towards even a little glimmer of light, even if you can't see it, someone else might be holding that light for you, or you just have to trust that it's there. You're going to understand that darkness and light are two sides of the same coin. Warriors, you know, I'm a warrior. Connie was a warrior. You're all warriors. We're made in the darkness because then we have to choose to rise above that darkness, to continue walking strong, even when it's the darkness. And if you can only find that bit of strength just to take one more step, you're going to come out on the other side. And just like Kareth said, it is as me, for me, through me, by me in her treatment. That was so beautiful, Kareth. It's all my sisters can relate to this maybe, and even the gents, because we're such a big part of our family. Just like a mama experiences pain when giving birth to a new baby, when that baby is born, you must hold on to the love that is born, not to the pain that it took to bring such love and beauty to life. My mom used to say to me, I'm gonna say it, heaven going in, hell coming out. But Barbara, you'll forget that pain, she used to say. I I can say that. I can say that to you because it's a true story. Y'all relate? Come on now. Come on. So we got to continue to share that message of love, 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 love. Bum, bum, bum. When loving gets hard, love harder. And loving harder means to choose to recognize and attract all experiences into your being that serve your highest and best. And then state, even if it's challenging, this too is good, this too is God, and I demand to see the good in it. And remember, the creative source in your life is, as Karith also said so beautifully in her treatment, in her way, is in a constant state of perfection, freely giving itself as its bounty to you. So self-love is something that I know many of us have struggled with, continue to struggle with, but we don't have to. It took me a long time to finally learn what self-love meant and how to get there. Some things that a teacher said to you or a parent said that was hurtful, that you've held on to for all these years, write it down. Identify those negative thoughts towards yourself. Believe it or not, helps you love yourself deeper and fuller and more completely. Make a list of all those negative things that you've heard about yourself or you've thought about yourself that you bought into what somebody else said. And by the way, what somebody else thinks or says about you is none of our business. But write it down if it's part of the healing, and everything that has been stuck in your mind for so long. This can be the thoughts that free you from yourself, if you can believe it. You know, we will do affirmations later on this morning, but they're amazing tools to help you stay on this journey of self-love. And I'll say it again and again, self-love is so important. So if you're feeling like you're lacking self-love, these affirmations that you hear today, if you need me to write you out some affirmations that you can resonate with, we can work together, Reverend Gwen and I, to bring out that perfect affirmation that is yours to help release that pain, to move you deeper into that self-love. So then you can, once we've done that, you can celebrate all conscious love relationships, from familial that I talked about, to work, to spiritual, to self. I love giving love away, but I really love appreciating and receiving it too. You know, I've always said that if a person is looking for love, you can't look outside of yourself. You've got to look within yourself first. So in closing today, I want you to love your life, no matter what it looks like, because it's yours. It's your life, every part of it. If you believe what we teach, that there is something greater than we are, that's more magnificent than we could ever fathom, and it's so powerful and mighty, and all of that power and might is yours to use. It loves you so much, it's giving itself of itself to you to use. So love your life. And then love everyone, even when it's challenging. Have boundaries. I'll be very clear. Have sincere boundaries. There are unhealthy relationships, without a doubt. But I mean, all we can do right now is look into each other's eyes, you know, because we're wearing these masks. And we can appreciate each other so deeply when you go to the supermarket or the market and you're handing over your payment for your milk or your vegetables or your chocolate. I'm not going to lie. Look at them. Look at them in the eye and love them. And then what I do is I love anything. So I said love everything, but I love anything, from my pet to my favorite show, to my home, to my vehicle or job. And I'm not talking just the stuff either. I love the pain. I love the laughter. I love all of it. I love the experiences because this is my life. And if I'm part of spirit, and I love spirit, I love the law, I love God, whatever word you put into it, I love it. And if I'm part of it, and it's easier to love it sometimes than yourself, I'm still loving myself. I love my new toilet. I'm not going to lie. I even named her Violet. It's true. I named my new toilet Violet. I did. I love my new toilet. So I'm loving everything. That's where I'm at in my life. So Hafiz said, when I talked about loving spirit, the poet Hafiz said, something inside of us is now kissing the hand of God and wants to share with us the grand news of the one. So turn your attention into what it takes to taste and kiss the essence of love. Martin Luther King said, we don't know how or when we'll die, but what matters is what we'll die for. And what I think matters is what I'll live for. And I want my legacy to be one of love. How about you? How about you? Yeah, Missy, I see you. Yeah. Gwen, I see you. All right. Thank you. It is. Thank you,
Barb. That's it. It's a simple-ish. It really is simple, right? We want to complicate it, but it's simple. Bring the love back in, and then you have the glory. Thank you.
It's my joy. Thank you for receiving. Now, it is my extraordinary honor to introduce to you, and Gwen will bring up the drum roll, to share a little spiel about what, I'll just let her set it up herself. Ladies and gentlemen, this is one of our very own community, my sister girlfriend, Muthoni. And the crowd goes
Hi, everybody. Hi, everybody. It's an honor to be here to share with you all. I am excited, and I'm excited to be me. I love me. I'm excited to be part of CSL. Through it, I have grown profoundly in ways that I cannot even begin to explain. When I look at myself now from where I was maybe 3.5 years ago, I almost don't recognize myself, but I'm in a space that I really love and that I'm really excited about. I wake up in the morning and I say, yes, I love every day. And that's so exciting. I'll read a little passage from The Science of Mind, Ernest Holmes. We see abundance in the universe. We cannot count the grains of sand on a single beach. The earth contains untold riches, and the very air is vibrant with power. Why then is man weak, poor, and afraid? The divine plan is one of freedom. Bondage is not God ordained. Freedom is the birthright of every living soul. All instinctively feel this. The truth points to freedom under law. Thus, the inherent nature of man is forever seeking to express itself in terms of freedom. Now, this afternoon, I was seated in the garden. There's a spot that I like to sit in. And I was looking around, and this year, for the first time in a very long time, all my fruit trees are fruiting at the same time. And I thought, this is awesome. The avocado trees, and they're still pretty young, are fruiting. I have little avocados hanging there. The orange trees that have been sick for a very long time are now healthy, and the little oranges that are coming out. The loquats are also getting ready to come out. And I said to myself, this 2021 is special. And I looked at that, and that's when I really saw that this is the abundance of the universe. This is love giving of itself. And now I'm beginning to understand this abundance business. Before, a few years ago, I used to wonder, what is this abundance business? How do I demonstrate these things that we are praying about? But now for me, it's real. In the last couple of months, I've had a very interesting relationship with the divine presence within me. When I was in church, in those days, I loved to pray, and I'd pray, with a lot of energy. And not too long ago, I said to myself, now I think I have better understanding of how to do treatment. Why don't I go back to doing it the way I used to do it in church with fervor in the morning? And it's been exciting. It's been very interesting because sometimes I'll find myself in doing treatment, and somewhere along the way, I'd find myself in meditation, and 10 minutes later, I'm going, oh yeah, and so it is. So it's been lovely that way. And it's also given me a feeling of entitlement. I keep saying to myself, if I'm a child of the King, then the daughter of the King must receive the very best. So I approach treatment not with that smallness and humility. I've become entitled. So I have that attitude of entitlement with gratitude, and I have no apologies about it. So I have these very interesting conversations with the divine presence within me. And sometimes when things become very difficult, I say, this one is on you. My work is just to walk, to use my hands, to use my voice, but it's on you. You're doing the rest of it. You know how. So let's enjoy this ride. So that's how the walk has been. And it's been very, very exciting. January was just the other day. And I have learned the power of intention. I'm actually experiencing this abundance of the universe. I have demonstrated very interesting things between January and February. And I was looking back at the intentions that I set, and some of them have actually started, I've started manifesting them. Let me just boast about a few with no apologies. The other day I went about a month and a half ago, maybe 2 months ago. I needed a new number for the business that I'm running now so that I would not use my everyday number. And in the morning when I was doing my treatment, I said, I want a number 1 in that number for new beginnings. And I want a number 8 for eternity. So I went to the shop and I was shown a list of, I think there were about 6 numbers that were available. And I pointed at one. It had a 1 at the beginning. It had an 8 at the end. And in the middle, it had 349, which makes part of my everyday number, 349. And I was blown. I said, man, this thing works. All right. What's something else that has happened? I've been getting unexpected supply many times. I've gotten bills paid. I've asked somebody, the other day I asked somebody to bring me 2 items from the US when she was traveling. And when I asked her, I'd put the money aside. When I asked her, how much will it cost me? She said, bill paid. What? So my bill was paid. I needed to do a certain training online. I did not have the fees, but I told the lady that's running it, you know what, Christine, I'm going to join your training. And I was able to raise almost all the fees before the training started. What's another thing that's happened? Oh, I decided to put my house up for rent last week. And the minute I put it up for rent, a lot of things started coming together. My house has now been paid for by somebody who will enter it at the beginning of April. In fact, there was a scramble for it at the gate on Thursday. 2 people came wanting the same house. Another thing that has happened, Nancy, you're listening to this, I met somebody that I really, really like, a soul partner. All between January and now. It's been amazing. And it's been about saying yes to the universe, because if the universe is abundant, all it's waiting for us to do is to say yes, just to dare to say yes. And everything else falls into place. So that understanding of, if I say yes, I'll just let go and just, I'll just be watching. Let me just watch. And it works. It's not always easy. It's been a process. Sometimes I get afraid, and then I remind myself that it's not my job. It's the job of the divine. That's its business. So then I'm able to gather strength and to move on. So it's been very exciting. It's lovely. And I can't wait for every day just to see how things unfold. And I'm praying that it's going to be this way for a very long time, or for the rest of my life. I'm just so grateful to be in this space. I love you all. Thank you so much.
Oh, Oh, that's what a beautiful demonstration. Unapologetically. I love it. I love it. I love it. Come on. This is our community, friends. This is how it works.
Awesome.
Oh,
Thank
that
you.
was
Thank you.
so beautiful. Thank you.
inspiring.
Thank you. So inspiring. I just love us. I love our Froggy Fridays. Now we want to open up. We want to do our affirmations first, then we'll open up a Q&A. The way the affirmations will work is I will say the first line and then we'll say it together. There's quite a few this morning. I couldn't decide and I just wanted us all to embrace them. So the first one is, and you will repeat it after me. I am enough.
I am.
Let's unmute ourselves. Let's unmute ourselves. Everyone unmute themselves. Let's hear it. I want to hear it. That gets me charged. Yeah. I am enough.
I am enough.
Enough.
I matter.
I matter.
Today I will learn and grow.
Today I will
I will
learn
learn and grow.
Happiness is found within.
Happiness
is found within.
I am beautiful.
I am beautiful.
Positive thinking creates positive things.
Positive thinking creates positive things.
I have the power to change.
I have the
I have the power to change.
Thank you, Reverend Gwen. Thank you, all of you. So let's open it up. Do you have any questions? Do you have any thoughts?
Oh, somebody's not happy. Do you need to go comfort that baby? I will. I'll go.
Yeah, you'll love that baby up. We love babies.
Yeah.
Well, Gwen and I have a regular, and our board have a regular schedule for our practitioners who will treat for us for every Froggy Friday. But we are looking actively for people who will do our 5-minute community sharing. Is there somebody who would like to go on March 5th?
Oh, we've got Michael.
Michael's doing March 5th. Thank you.
Yes.
Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you
Yep.
for that. Let me look. Yes, you're right. Michael's coming on.
But we've
So the
got
date that
19th.
the 19th of March.
Christine is doing the opening treatment.
Yes, I've got that. Come on, friends. What's your experience with the Science of Mind and how has, okay, Kareth is in. Kareth in the house. Yes. Thank you. This is how we participate. This is how we, you're in my diary now. This is how we grow. This is how we share with each other.
On April 16th, we have Nancy doing the treatment. Who would like to do the 5 minutes?
Let me send you the, can you show the affirmations again one more time for Rosiah, please? Thanks, Gwen. Thanks for asking, Rosiah.
Thank you. Thank you.
What'd you think, Rev Mel? This is your first Froggy Friday. How did you enjoy today?
I really love the energy. It's really great, and to hear and see faces that I've seen in other classes. It's nice to reconnect with people, and I love it. And I'm glad you managed to get music in there.
Oh yeah, we do. That's who we are.
Yeah.
Gwen and I were, we're both singers, and so we think it's like a double bang. And while I might not, I'll speak for myself, always be in the best voice, I think everything is related to music and lyrics, and spirit comes to me through song, right?
Mm-hmm.
If I can let go, darkness will fade. Let go. Go ahead, Patrick, you're next.
Wow, I didn't expect that. I was listening to you singing.
That's your introduction.
Thank you very much. Yeah, thank you very much. And also thank you very much, Mudhoni. That's very inspiring. And Kerry for the treatment. It was wonderful. I felt myself floating. And then the message from Reverend Barbara, that was fantastic. I've been working on something about self-love in the week. And it's like a coincidence because some of the things you were saying were resonating with what I was working on. But then going back, since I started doing a Sense of Mind, I remember we were introducing to the mirror work. You know,
Yeah.
talking to yourself in the mirror.
Mhm.
Yep.
And we realize how much, okay, we think we love ourselves. In fact, there's that commandment that says, love others as you love yourself. And so automatically we think we do love ourselves, but we pass a lot of judgments against ourselves. And sometimes even when you do that mirror work, you look at yourself and it was so difficult to tell yourself that I love you, you know? It's like it is something you should be hearing from other people, but not from from yourself. So it was a powerful exercise. And once in a while I do it, and it's quite effective. But then again, I also discovered that during these courses we've been doing, I discovered that, as Reverend Barbara said, love should be within us. And when you meet somebody who disgusts you or whom you feel like annoying you, actually the annoyance is not in that person, but you should look it within yourself. And when you look at it, you start looking at the person in the truth. In fact, you start liking the person because it may not be there in their awareness that they are behaving that way. And if they are behaving that way, they may not know it is affecting you. So it kind of, the world is within us. It's not out there.
That's right.
Yeah, so by looking within, you are able to understand yourself, love yourself, and therefore the world becomes a lovely place. So since then, I've been catching myself, you know, when I'm beating myself up for no reason, maybe feeling worry or guilty, I have stopped that and I take whatever lessons or whatever I'm thinking about as lessons to become a better person and continue loving myself. And I just wanted to alter one of the affirmation we've just done and say, happiness is an inside job.
Let's all say it together. Happiness is an inside job.
It's an inside job. Yeah. Thank you very much.
I love
Patrick,
it,
that's the
Patrick.
best
Thank
I've
you.
ever heard you talking. Like, it's really clear this morning. What's different?
I realize I've been using my laptop. So the voice part of the laptop is not working properly. So I'm using the phone today.
What's
It's
way
really
better. You are clear.
Yeah. And it
Thanks,
is it is my technician, Philip, who suggested I do that.
Oh, learning from the younger one.
Thanks,
Yeah,
Philip.
so the phone is okay now. I'll be using this until I can work. I can make the laptop work. Thank you very much.
So because you're so clear this morning, maybe you would like to do the 5-minute talk one day.
Yeah, why not?
Okay, April 16th, I put you down.
Wow, all right.
That's how it works.
Okay, thank you.
That's how it works. April 6th. You know, Patrick, you're exactly right about mirrors. You know, people will often come up to me and say, you have so much energy, you know, you're so positive, this, that, and the other thing, all these other things about me. And I will always turn it around and say, you cannot recognize it if you recognize it, then you can be it. So that's what I always say. We are mirrors. We are reflections of each other. I remember the first time I told myself I love myself. I was in my 30s and I walked past this huge mirror and I caught a glimpse of myself and I stopped and I backed up. I didn't turn around. I backed up, kind of like a Michael Jackson move, you know, the moonwalk. And I looked at myself in the mirror and I said, Barbara, I love you and you're a courageous woman. And life just changed. Life just changed. I recognized myself for the first time. And because then I could love everyone, the hurtful relationships,
Sure.
the painful situations, I could love them. All of a sudden I saw myself in all of them. And
Yeah,
it
it's
was
powerful.
really powerful.
Mm.
Thank you for that recognition and
You
input.
know what's going to happen now? We're all going to bring mirrors next time and do mirror work. Oh, there you go. Philip's already ready for it.
I love
Oh,
it.
you get a gold star at school, Philip,
Yep.
for class.
Oh my gosh. Is there any other comments? Don't forget this week that we want to reach out to Nancy for volunteering at the office. We really need our community to help us. We really need support at the office. So please reach out to Nancy.
Nancy,
And,
I wish I could be there. It would be so much fun going through all those books. We're going through the books, you guys, caseloads of them. It's so much fun.
I was there with her yesterday. I saw all the books.
Oh, thank you.
And all the books were so calling to us to read them. So we were confused which ones to carry, which ones not to carry.
Yeah, don't just go for an hour. You got to spend the whole day.
Yes, yesterday I spent the whole day there, and I'm thinking of returning next week too, because the work is kind of, it's such a huge job for one person to do.
That's
Thank
right.
you for
Many
that,
hands
Philip.
make light work.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I wanted to just say something of which Patrick had said, that when you see someone and you don't like them, or they make you feel bad, it reminded me of a certain story by Dr. Wayne Dyer. He said, when you squeeze an orange, what comes out? Orange juice. When you squeeze a tomato, tomato juice comes out. So if you ever find yourself reacting badly when you are squeezed, that is what is inside you. If you react angrily, then you're angry. If you react happily, then you're happy. So whatever reaction that you have, that is what is inside you when things go bad or things go south. Yeah.
I love that. I was in California when I heard him actually do a talk, and he used that analogy, and it was profound to me. Profound. Thank you for that reminder, Philip. So incredible.
Yeah, thank you.
Missy, this is your first time out. How do you feel, sister? Yeah.
Me?
Me? What? No, it's great. It's great. This is actually, this conversation is reminding me, so with our Spirit Circle, we're studying the 15 commitments.
Right. Yeah.
And one of the commitments is to see the world as my ally. So one of my mantras is, if it's happening to me, it's for me. And so this idea that if I trust that everything that's happening is for me, because there's something bigger than me going on, and it has my best interests at heart, then I can look at a situation where something's coming up for me, and I can ask, what's the gift? What's the offering? What is coming up for me to know about myself, to face, to love, to presence, to release, whatever. So yeah, I love that idea that which is squeezed is that which is within me. And then I get to be in curiosity around what my next best right step is in that. Is it for me to embrace? Is it for me to release? And what is my next best right step? So yeah, I love this conversation. It's awesome. Thank you.
Fantastic. Thank you.
Irene, you came in later. Hi.
Does anybody have anything else to add? We're getting ready to wrap up. We're at the top of the hour. Rosiah?
You called me. First of all, thank you. It was beautiful to be here. It's my first time to the Froggy Friday, because I was telling myself, there are two things I always tell myself. First of all, I don't matter. And so I always think my presence is not important and has no impact. And second is I have no time. And so what I realized today, first of all, that this gave me time. It didn't take time away.
Ah.
It gave, if time is energy, time is God as well. And also I realized that I may still tell myself that I don't matter, but I realized that you all matter, and that if you are not there, this would not be there, and if I am not there, also maybe. So it has been beautiful. Thank you so much. You all matter to me a lot. Thank you.
Thank you. I want to thank the ministers in the house, Reverend Melody, Reverend Pat, Reverend Gwen, all our future ministers in the house, Christina Rizaya, and all of the others of you that are our practitioners in our community. I love my Froggy Fridays. This my greatest love. And I would have never known it if I hadn't come to Kenya. My greatest love is my Kenya community. I'm just so profoundly, deeply moved. My heart, my thoughts, my prayers, everything. Reverend Gwen and I are obsessed with you, just straight out. We love how we feel.
Kenya junkies.
We love how we feel. We love how we grow. We love how we love. So you move forward and have an incredible week. Reach out to our website, read our blog. I just wrote one last week. Gwen will write another one this week. Check out our Treatment Tuesdays, and check us out again on March 5th, right here. And we'll send out all of our notices to you.
Karis Musani, bless you for your contribution this morning.
Incredible, incredible service. Thank you.
Beautiful.
I love us. That's all I can say. I love us. Go and shine the light and love that you are. Peace and blessings, everyone. Abundant blessings.